Good morning. In this lecture series, we see about one main problem for projection of points. We already discussing the 2 points, that is A and B. In this class, we are discussing C, D, E, F, G points. Okay, so let's say then move for the problems. Then C is in vertical plane and 40 mm above HP. Okay, the problem based on first quadrant. Okay, so whenever you draw the C points, the between the A point and B point, we already draw. Okay, in the same ground, that is meaning is called as same reference point. Okay, so from this problem, we have to already the 25 mm distance we have to maintain the between A and B. So similarly, you have to maintain the distance between B and C. Okay. So after maintaining the 25 mm, we have to mark it as a point C. That C is in vertical plane. So that I have to draw in C. But the above value is mentioned the above 40 mm in HP. So from the point of view located in the reference plane, you draw the one point that is the distance of 40 mm. You mark it as a point is C dash. Okay, that is a based on the above condition, that is a first quadrant problem. Okay, in second quadrant we move that is a D point. Okay, the D point is 25 mm below HP and 25 mm behind VP. Okay, so what is meaning of 25 mm below HP and 25 mm behind VP means the both the points are lying in the third quadrant. Okay, so below and behind, that is the key words for the each quadrant. Okay, so below behind is the word key words for third quadrant. Okay, so what is the below value is 25 mm and the behind value also 25 mm. Okay, so the below and sorry, there is a there is a second quadrant problem. Sorry, so 25 mm is below means that you have to draw the market point as D dash. That is a from the reference line you have to mark it as 25 mm. And the 25 mm behind VP means that is the XY line is above. We have to mark it as a D. That is a 25 mm. Okay. So previously we draw the C point. After maintaining the 25 mm distance, you mark it as a D dash point. So we move to the next point, that is the E point. Okay, so when E point is question is called as a 15 mm above HP and 50 mm in front of behind the VP. So above and behind, so these words are we are using in above and behind. That is a third quadrant. Okay, from this case we are discussing that is a 25 mm above HP means we have to mark it as a E dash. Okay, so previously we draw the D point. From the D point, you maintain the distance of 25 mm. You mark it as a 15 mm above. Okay, so that I got to draw the 1.5 centimeter. That is 15 mm. You mark it as a E dash. Okay, from the reference point, you have to mark it as a 50 mm behind VP. So that that is you not mentioned the 30 mm. It is a distance of 50 mm. Okay, so from the distance of reference line, you mark it as a E point. That is a value of 50 mm. So then. So what is the F point? The 40 mm below HP and 25 mm in front of VP. So below and in front. Okay. So these word we using in a that is a fourth quadrant. Okay. So the 40 mm below HP and 25 mm in front of VP means we are to case we discussing about in the previous lecture series. That is 40 mm below HP. Okay. The below and in front is a keywords. So the 40 mm below HP means from the reference point. Okay. Where is your to point is located? You already draw the previous point, that is E. From the E point, you have to maintain the 25 mm distance. You mark it at. Then you have to draw the 40 mm below HP. That is a 40 mm below HP. You mark it as a F dash. Then 25 mm in front of VP. That is a 25 mm in front of VP. You draw the F. So here the point value is not clearly mentioned. Based on your problem, you have to draw the mark the dimensions. Okay. So here the 25 mm in front of VP. So that in 25 mm you have to mark it that is a point. His name is called as F dash. So whenever you're discussing the problem, you have to mention the small letters. In a problem, you have to mention the capital letters. Okay. So after completing F point, you have to move the second point. The last point is called as a G point. What is a G is a person? The G in the both HP and VP. So both G and VP means that is a both lines are is a pointing lying on the same point. From the F dash, we maintain the distance of 25 mm. We mark it as a G dash. Okay. G dash is marked as a reference line, that is called as a that is marked as a G dash is lying on the same plane. That is a both the meaning of HP and BP. So let's move to the second problem. So what is that? The point P is 15 mm above HP and 25 mm in front of VP. The another point Q is 25 mm behind VP and 40 mm below HP. Draw the projections and P and Q, keeping the distance between the projector equal of 90 mm. That is a two projector, that is a distance of 90 mm. Draw the straight line joints of their top views and their for interviews. This is a homework problem for you. You are, let's say, I have to draw the some example for this question. You have to try it and solve it. Thank you.